This Europa Clipper pumpkin display won NASA's annual pumpkin carving contest this year. Credit Lillian ChenNASA JPL NASA held its 7th annual pumpkin carving contest yesterday, October 31st at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory JPL in Pasadena, California, where scientists and engineers competed to create the most geeky and spectacular pumpkin displays. The results are simply amazing. In a facility full of people who build spacecraft for a living, it's no surprise that NASA's pumpkin carvers came up with some pretty impressive pumpkin displays. From an exploding supernova and a parachuting gourd to a Europa Clipper and a sci-fi spaceship, here are the most amazing pumpkins NASA employees created this year. Photo Space Halloween Pumpkins, a cosmic treat from the 2017 NASA JPL Lunchtime Pumpkin Carving Contest. My buddy Mike Meacham representing why engineers are the best. Pic.twitter.com Lecce1 White, Mark Rober at Mark Rober October 30, 2017 Possibly the most outstanding pumpkin at JPL was a parachuting pumpkin built by a team of engineers who specialize in entry, descent and landing procedures for Mars rovers like Curiosity. With an air blower beneath the pumpkin, the parachute kept the gourd afloat. It was like one of those indoor skydiving places, Pete Waito, a mechanical engineer at JPL and a judge of the contest, told The Verge. You could hang the pumpkin there on the parachute and it would free fly indefinitely there. I am so loving this at NASA Europa Pumpkin at NASA JPL Pumpkin Carving Halloween Pic.twitter.com Sin9FWXRBZ8 Elizabeth Landau at Liz Landau October 30, 2017 The official winner of this year's contest was a clever representation of NASA's Europa Clipper mission, which aims to send a lander to the surface of Jupiter's moon Europa in the late 2020s. Europa Clipper was named after the Clipper ships that sailed across the oceans of Earth in the 19th century, three masted sailing vessels renowned for their grace and swiftness, NASA officials said in a statement. So, this pumpkin was carved to look like an old ship floating on a sea of dry ice. In the background is a big, beautiful artist's impression of Jupiter surrounded by stars. Look familiar? NASA pumpkin before you go trick-or-treating. Send your name to Mars. Print your boarding pass. https://t.co23m4kwplr4 pic.twitter.com 16 Kukibdesh NASA Insight at NASA Insight October 31, 2017 Another elaborate Mars lander made an appearance at JPL's pumpkin carving contest. NASA's Mars Insight mission, which the agency hopes to launch in 2018. Like the actual InSight lander, this high-tech pumpkin is equipped with two round solar panels and a moving instrument deployment arm. When InSight gets to Mars, it will use this moving arm to deploy a seismometer and a heat probe to study geological processes on the red planet. Attribute NASA pumpkin to at LIGO's groundbreaking gravitational wave detection. See Earth Light Up Pic.twitter.com Drew Aaron Yazzie at Yazzies October 30, 2017 To honor the recent detection of gravitational waves, one pumpkin carving team built a model that shows how the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory LIGO works. Two colliding bodies such as neutron stars or black holes generate ripples in spacetime. In this case, the collision generates a ripple in a bright pink slinky toy, which triggers a light inside the Earth. One team combined a Hoberman sphere with a pumpkin to create a supernova explosion. Credit Lillian ChenNASA JPL Speaking of creative uses for simple toys, apparently those expanding Hoberman sphere toys are a great way to turn a pumpkin into an exploding supernova. A Star Wars TIE fighter invaded JPL's annual pumpkin carving contest. Credit Lillian ChenNASA JPL Science fiction pumpkins also made an appearance among all the displays of real science and space missions. For instance, one team created a Star Wars TIE fighter soaring through the stars in a galaxy far, far away. The ever-frightening JPL parking situation. NASA pumpkin Pic.twitter.com Aaron Yazzie at Yazzies October 30, 2017 And last but certainly not least, here's one of the more relatable contest entries, a Halloween-themed model of the parking garage at JPL, which NASA engineer Aaron Yazzie described as ever-frightening in a Twitter post. Want to learn how to make pumpkins this cool? Check out our guide, Carve Like an Engineer Halloween Pumpkin Design Advice from NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab. Email Haneke@waitering@space.com or follow her at Hanek Science. Follow us at space.com, Facebook and Google. Original article on space.com.